What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $600 second stimulus check update and your $2,000 third stimulus check update. As well as in this video, we're going to talk about the $200 per month Social Security increase for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, rural benefits. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the student loan forgiveness that Biden wants to push, and also the $15 minimum wage increase. We're going to talk about all these different things as well as the $2,000 stimulus checks and some related news in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new update videos regarding all these different buckets of money that you can claim from the government. We're almost at 300,000 subscribers, so help us getting there by subscribing. And you can support this channel just by simply hitting the like button down below. That's all you have to do. Just a brief update on the pandemic. The CDC says that a more contagious virus variant, a mutation, could be the dominant US strain in as little as 2 months in the United States. The more contagious variant of the virus that originated in the United Kingdom could become the predominant strain in the US by March. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, also known as the CDC, warned on Friday. Quote, the increased transmissibility of the variant warrants universal and increased compliance with mitigation strategies, including social distancing and masking, and higher vaccination coverage may be needed to protect the public. This new strain has now been detected in 30 different countries, and in the United States is so far 76 cases have been identified in 10 different states. However, according to a model developed by the CDC, the rapid growth of the variant is expected in the US in early 2021 before it becomes the dominant strain in March. Now, because of these several different strains of the virus, they're starting to do testing on whether or not the current vaccine will provide coverage for the additional variants. So far, it looks like that answer is a yes, that the current vaccine will provide coverage for the different variant strains. My personal thought is that this is going to probably be around for a while, and there will probably be a different shot every year, similar to flu shots. If you get a flu shot every year when you get a flu shot, it's a slightly different vaccine in there based on the current year's strain for the flu. Next up, in the third stimulus package that Joe Biden has unveiled that has checks and unemployment and all sorts of different buckets of money for people, there's also a call to increase the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour. Now, this is already very controversial because basically anybody who doesn't make $15 an hour is pretty much against this, and anybody who makes less than that is for it. So it's been very controversial already. Now, as you can see here, the current federal minimum wage is only $7.25. So this would effectively more than double the federal minimum wage almost immediately. There's still some debate on whether or not it will happen immediately or if it'll be a stepped up plan that might happen over the course of 2 to 3 years, with basically increases happening on a smaller scale, say $2 an hour per year to get to that $15 mark. But there are 21 states with a minimum wage at $7.25 and 10 other states with a minimum wage under $10. So that's a total of 31 states that are under $10, and Joe Biden wants to make it $15. Now, of course, if you're making less than $15, this is an absolute great thing for you. If you're not making less than $15 or you're not working at all, you're on Social Security or SSI, SSDI, or anything like that, then this is pretty much a bad thing for you, because what will happen is prices on pretty much almost everything will have to go up. And here's why. Let's take a company like McDonald's, okay, who has hundreds of thousands of employees that make minimum wage or close to minimum wage, which is definitely below $15. If they instantly have to raise the labor cost of hundreds of thousands of employees across the board to at least $15, and then they have to pay managers more. Managers will have to make more than the minimum wage workers, so they're going to have to be $16 or $17 an hour. Well, then prices are going to have to go up. I mean, if they have to pay millions and millions and millions of dollars more in wages, it just only makes sense that they'll have to raise prices. Okay. If your labor cost doubles, well, then what do you think is going to happen to food costs? And this relates to pretty much everything. If you look at Walmart, if Walmart has hundreds of thousands or millions of employees and suddenly their wages have to double, what do you think will happen to the price of goods and food at Walmart? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. The other thing that's really interesting is a lot of people that are considered underpaid. And well, here is a perfect example. I've seen this on Facebook. So Biden's $15 minimum wage comes out to $31,200 per year for a 40-hour work week. Compared to the starting salary for a beginning teacher in Texas is just slightly higher of $33,660. So a person working a minimum wage job will be making almost the same amount as a teacher with a college degree. Does this make any sense? And well, no, it doesn't. And there will be if this happens, there will be a lot of jobs like teachers, and deservedly more teachers probably deserve a lot more, that their pay will have to increase also. So I don't. It looks like they make around $15 an hour. If I'm just ballparking it there, they're going to probably have to go to $20 an hour almost instantly, which is great for teachers and great for anybody making less than that. But this is kind of like the debate going on right now, is that anybody who makes close to $15 an hour now, whether you're a metal worker or a school teacher or a school bus driver or you work at Walmart, wherever you work, okay, if you make close to $15 an hour now and it's more than a minimum wage job, you're going to instantly have to get more, because why would you make the same amount as a minimum wage person? So a lot of those jobs are going to have to go from, say, $15 an hour to $20 an hour or $18 an hour almost instantly, because, well, it just makes sense. I mean, you would quit the job immediately and go work somewhere else that pays the same amount. You know what I'm saying? Get where I'm going here? So the problem is that this is going to raise the cost of goods and food and services and pretty much everything across the board. Now, where it won't raise prices is if, for example, your current home. Your current home, you already have bought it. You already have a mortgage. Say you bought a home for $200,000. That's already locked in. So your payments are the same. Now, interest rates could go up or could go down. They're near historic lows right now. It's a great time to refinance and actually get a lower payment. But that'll definitely help out a lot of people with their homes or even their current car that they've already bought. Now, the price of cars will probably go up in the future if they have to pay more for wages. But right now, any current cars or any current homes you have, you will benefit because you won't be paying anything higher on that, but you might make more at your job, even if you're not minimum wage, because of the price increase that we just talked about in hourly wages. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you for this or against this, and why? Okay, next let's talk about the $200 per month Social Security increase. And when I say Social Security, it means all of those. Social Security, SSI, SSDI, railroad benefits, they're all just, in my talk, lumped into Social Security, so I don't have to say all the words every time. Joe Biden is the one, solely himself, that wants to do this, okay? If it weren't for Joe Biden, this wouldn't even be on the table. This was not even a thing before Joe Biden. And this is where it comes from. The Joe Biden Emergency Action Plan to Save the Economy. You can Google this, Biden Emergency Action Plan, if you want to see this yourself. But I'll just scroll down here to the Social Security part. And he says Congress didn't include Social Security boosts for seniors in any of the last stimulus packages or anything this year. He wants to increase the monthly Social Security checks by $200 per month, as proposed by a fellow Senator Wyden and colleagues earlier last year now at this point. Seniors and people with disabilities are uniquely at risk right now. So this is on joebiden.com. He's the one that put this on his website and came up. I mean, I guess he didn't come up with this proposal because it came from Senator Wyden and colleagues, but Joe Biden is the one that is really taking this and running with this, as well as right here on his own website, again, forgive a minimum of $10,000 per person of federal student loans. Okay, so these two things are what Joe Biden wants to do. They're literally on joebiden.com. So basically, what can we expect going forward? Well, if we look at Joe Biden's exact words here, this is exactly what we can expect going forward. Now, this neither of these were in the current outline of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that Joe Biden introduced, like what, about a day and a half ago at this point. But we only have an outline of that right now. We do not have an actual bill, and the outline is 19 pages. The actual bill will probably be like 5,000 pages, and they can add or subtract anything from the outline in there, such as either one of these, the student loan forgiveness or the Social Security increase, or there's already been talk of two different things. One, that he will do this through a standalone bill on either of them. And number two, that he could do these through presidential executive order. Joe Biden is expected to do several executive orders his first week of presidency. If we go back to President Donald Trump, I believe he averaged about one presidential executive order every single week being in office. So literally every week, on average, he was doing one presidential executive order. The most famous one, as you guys know if you've been watching this channel, was the $300 per week unemployment extension update. So he gave $300 per week unemployment money to people that were unemployed in the United States for a total of 6 weeks. So if he did that, it does make sense if he gave $300 per week to unemployed people that Joe Biden could do $200 per month, not per week, but per month to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, all those, all those different things are in Social Security when I say it. He could do $200 per month Social Security increase with the swipe of a pen, because again, if we just kind of look at the precedents, if President Donald Trump was able to do it for unemployed people, $300 per week, you would think that Joe Biden could do $200 per month for Social Security increases. Now, there's a lot of questions about this because, well, basically it hasn't happened yet. Okay, we'll be keeping you updated on this. Will it be $200 per month forever? And a lot of people will say an increase is due because a lot of those people live well below, and a lot of you guys live well below the poverty line, and that extra $2,400 per year would help out immensely. Or will it be just until the pandemic ends, which at this rate, our best guess is probably the end of 2021. And that's what Dr. Fauci says at this point. So you could get, say, a $200 per month increase till the end of 2021, so take 10 or 11 more months, or in perpetuity. Those are great questions. I will be keeping you updated as we find out more information going forward. So again, make sure you're subscribed down below. It's completely free to do so. All subscribing does is it just tells the YouTube algorithm that they should show my videos to you more often so you have a chance to view them. If you don't even see them, they're kind of out of sight, out of mind, and then you'll forget to watch them. So the best way is to subscribe and then click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and click all notifications, and that'll just give you notifications when we go live. Of course, you have to have notifications on your YouTube app, for example, on your phone or your iPad or anything like that to get the notifications. The other easy way to do this is just to kind of remember that we have new videos coming out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a special bonus video on something slightly different, but another bucket of money for a lot of you guys tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. But you will not get a notification for that. You only get a notification for the first 3 videos of the day. So if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I will try to address them in upcoming videos. This bottom video here is just done last night with a question and answer about all the most common questions regarding the upcoming stimulus. Click that if you haven't watched that yet. This top video is my newest stimulus check video. Click on one of those to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.